Okay, welcome to another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes. Today we're headed to Bozeman, Montana. And let's stop right there. This is our state boundary. So here you have Montana right here, and it kind of hooks along like that and up this way. This is the state of Idaho, state of Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota. And it's bordered to the north by Canada, the provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta. And I've driven all the way through, I've driven through Montana a couple times. This part of the drive is pretty boring, okay? But once you get here, and I want to say it's actually just east of Bozeman, so Livingston. Things start to get interesting at Livingston, and once you hit Bozeman, you're in for a treat, for a really beautiful drive. Because from Bozeman on all the way into the border in Idaho and through Idaho into Washington, along this road, this is a beautiful, beautiful road. And that's Spokane, Washington, right there. Another interesting thing about Bozeman is it's just east of the Missouri Headwaters State Park. Bozeman has a population of about 45,000 people. It lies in the Rocky Mountains at an elevation of about 4,800 feet or 1,470 meters. Bozeman experiences a dry continental climate. It's home to Montana State University and the Museum of the Rockies, and the area is loaded with sporting activities, outdoor sporting activities like downhill skiing, hiking, fishing, mountain climbing, whitewater kayaking, and more. I think it would be an exceptional place to live. Our tourism site is only in Bozeman, your adventure. It tells you everything you need to eat, where you need to eat, places you need to experience and explore, and where you can stay and things like that. So, as always, we will put the internet address, the link for it, in the show notes. So certainly looks, doesn't this, just watching this screen, it's amazing. This place looks so beautiful. And I've been to Bozeman. I've never skied there, but I sure would like to. And by the way, I'd be on the flippers route, meaning the green route, the green trail. So real estate site we're going to be using today is realtor.com. So check out realtor.com for they have some great photos. There's a reason we keep coming back to some of these same real estate sites. So we're going to get started right away on our first home. And what I wanted to tell you is today we're going to be looking at mountain homes. And you're going to notice a lot of similar characteristics about mountain homes, and I'll just give you a few features you can expect to see in most mountain homes. They call them mountain homes because they're built to be situated in the mountains or looking at a mountain range near the mountains, or it's simply a style that would look right in the mountain environment. Mountain homes are usually built on large pieces of land. You're going to see most of these homes are built on more than 1 acre each. It's many of them on several dozen acres or hundreds of acres. They can be designed for vacation use or year-long living. If the mountain home provides a view of the mountain, the outer wall will usually be filled with windows that are from floor to ceiling windows, and with transom windows above and glass doors. So expect to see that in mountain homes, and they're usually going to have vaulted ceilings, particular in the great room. In the great room in the United States, that's what we call it's like a giant living room. It's a very large room for family gatherings and for guest gatherings. Let's get right on to it. Our first home is going for $2.1 million, 5 beds, 4.5 baths. That means one of those bathrooms is going to be a powder room, a half bath. So that means 4 full bathrooms and one is going to be a powder room. 7,640 square feet, sitting on 15 acres of land. This property was built in 1991. Let's check out our first fantasy dream home. Our next mountain luxury home is going for $3 million. It's 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 5,200 square feet, sitting on a 40-acre lot built in 1996. Let's check out this next fantasy dream home. Our next fantasy dream home is going for almost $3.5 million. 4 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, 8,400 square feet, sitting on over 37 acres of land, built in 2009. This is definitely a mountain home that we're going to want to take a look at. Let's check it out. Okay, I just wanted to take a look back. Something here that totally did not make sense to me in this home. Okay, so this is a mountain home. And I want to show you here. See this tile right here? Okay, let's keep going. Tile, tile, tile. Tile all over here. Tile, tile, floor, tile. This is something you would expect to see in a beach home where you're having sand being tracked in and stuff like that. Not in a mountain home where when you got wood framing everywhere, you got wood timber frames. And hang on, I'm just gonna keep going up right here to the top. You know, what one would expect to see in a mountain home was wood floors and rugged wood floors, because, you know, you got these wood timber frames up here, and it just, the tile does, to me, doesn't make sense. I'm curious to get your opinion if it makes sense to you. It just, to me, it's totally out of place for a mountain home to have all. I could see it like in the bathroom and stuff like that, but you know, it's just, it doesn't make sense. And there was one place we saw, they even had rugged barn doors. And where were they? Okay, so these are those barn doors that you see, and right here, they're on these sliding tracks. It doesn't make sense to have a tile floor with that kind of look. And they're mixing the woods like crazy, because we saw pine wood, we saw cherry wood, we saw painted wood. It just seems like they didn't have a designer working on this job. And to me, it kind of shows. Okay, so our next mountain dream home is going for $3.9 million. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, over 9,000 square feet. About 1 acre of land only that it's sitting on. And it was built in 2015. Let's take a tour of this next mountain luxury home.
All right, so this next mountain luxury home is going for almost $77.5 million. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 9,300 plus square feet, over 40 acres of land that it sits on. Built in 2005. Let's check out this fantasy dream home. Okay, so our last mountain home is going for $12.5 million. It's 5 bedrooms, 8.5 baths, over 11,000 square feet, sits on 157 plus acres of land. This is a big chunk of property this is sitting on. Don't have to worry about the neighbors here. And it was built in 1995. Let's check out our final fantasy dream home. Okay, I just wanted to take a look back at something caught my eye. What you're paying here for is the land, 157 acres. I'm not seeing why this is a $12.5 million home. You're paying for the land, okay? And I don't have a problem with that. That's good. Now, here's something that caught my eye. Look at this fridge, how far it's sticking out. What they should have done is put in what's called a cabinet depth refrigerator. The downside of a cabinet depth refrigerator is it's not going to go deep enough. But if you don't do it, then you have this. You have this huge thing sticking out. And if the home were properly designed, these cabinets would come all the way out here and be flush with the refrigerator. And you notice they don't, I'm guessing the photographer noticed that as well, because that's the only shot we see of that kitchen. We don't see other shots, do we, of the kitchen? Wait a minute, right here. No. Yeah, so you gotta have a designer, and a designer is gonna catch those things. That is a big no-no in refrigeration. Refrigeration is almost always cabinet depth, like that. That is probably a refrigerator right there. That's a cabinet depth refrigerator, and it looks great. It blends in perfectly. It doesn't stick out. Just like these. This is all flush. So that's what you're looking for. And that was our final dream home of today. Be interested in hear what your opinions are. Okay, so that wraps up another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes. We hope you liked looking at mountain homes for a change, and hope you enjoyed Bozeman, Montana. We ask you to leave comments, tell us which homes you liked, which ones you didn't, and why you liked them or why you didn't like them. And just give us any feedback you can. Also invite you to check out our Pinterest page. You will see lots and lots of luxury homes, and featuring not just the exteriors of the home, but we look at all the interiors on our Pinterest page, and you'll find that at pinterest.com/fantasy dream homes. Also, we ask you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more people we get involved in this community, the better we can make it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time here on Fantasy Dream Homes. Keep smiling, everybody. Bye-bye.